If you feel behind in the garden already, stop for a second, because January is not the month people think it is. This is not planning season. This is not catch-up season. This is preparation season. And if you get this bit right, the rest of the year is easier. I see this every year. January rolls around and suddenly it feels like everyone else is ahead. People are sowing seeds, clearing beds, sharing plans, sharing lists, sharing perfect looking gardens. And without you realizing it, you start measuring your garden against someone else's highlight reel. That pressure doesn't come from the soil. It comes from comparison. Gardens don't work to a calendar on social media. They work to conditions, to soil, to light, to time. That's why I want to show you what I'm deliberately not rushing right now. So let me show you the garden as it actually is right now. Some beds are tidy and some beds are not, and that's intentional. This bed here could have been cleared weeks ago, but I've left it. The soil is protected, nothing is being lost by rushing it. And over here, the garlic are doing exactly what they should be doing. They're growing slowly, quietly, without any input from me right now. This green manure is just about still standing, and that's on purpose. Up until now, it's been protecting the soil, holding that structure and buying me time, allowing me to choose when to add compost. None of this is neglect. This is restraint. The garden isn't asking me to do more yet. It's asking me to pay attention. And that's what January is really for. So, if January isn't about rushing, what actually matters right now? For me, it comes down to a few simple priorities. The first is soil. I'm not thinking about what I can plant yet. I'm looking at how the soil is behaving. Is it protected? Is it compacted? Is it exposed? Is it staying wet? If the soil is right, planting windows become far more forgiving later on. The second thing I focus on is compost. Compost is always the bottleneck, not seeds, not space. If compost isn't ready when you need it, everything else slows down. January is when I check what I've got, what's breaking down, and what still needs time. You cannot fix a problem in April. The third priority is structure and systems. Paths, beds, frames, water. Last year really enforced this for me. We had a long heat waves, and at the same time I was being pulled away from the garden for extended periods. When wildfires hit, I'm not here. The garden doesn't get a choice about that. There were days last year when I physically couldn't be here. The garden didn't fail. It showed me what needed supporting. So instead of fighting that reality, I plan around it. That's why I've added more water storage, why I'm expanding on the harvest watering system, why I'm running more drip lines now, not later. These systems don't replace you. They support the garden when you can't be here. January is the moment to build that support in before the plants depend on it. And the last thing I focus on is observation. Light, shade, where water sits, where frost lingers. January shows you the problems early. That big fir tree over there is a good example. In summer it casts far more shade than you realise. In winter, you can finally see it. It's the reason the potato system needs moving, not because the system failed, but because the conditions changed. If I ignored that now, I'd spend the whole season fighting it. January gives you that clarity. It shows you what works and what no longer does. None of this looks productive, but this is what productive seasons are built on. There are also a few things that people feel pressurized to do in January, and that simply don't need rushing. The first is sowing everything early. As you can see, I haven't got nothing sown, yet some of those things can be started now. But most crops don't benefit from being rushed. Cold soil, low light and weak growth cause more problems than they solve. Starting too early often creates work, not progress. The second thing is clearing every bed. Base soil looks tidy, but it's not better. If a bed is protected, mulched or covered, it's doing its job. Clearing just to feel productive usually means doing the same job twice. Another pressure point is pruning everything as soon as possible. You saw in the last video that I've pruned all of the soft fruit in the fruit cage. That's the right call for those. They respond well to it, but the fruit trees are different. Heavy winter pruning on fruit trees often causes the opposite of what people want. The tree tries to recover the lost function and throws out lots of strong growth. That growth looks impressive, but it delays fruiting. You're often better pruning fruit trees gradually through winter or even leaving major pruning until late summer. Summer pruning slows growth and encourages fruiting spurs instead of more branches. So leaving trees alone right now isn't neglect, it's a choice. Timing matters more than speed. And the last thing people feel they should be doing is finalising their entire plan. January is for thinking, not locking yourself in. Plans change, conditions change, gardens change. Leaving space for adjustment is not failure, it's experience. If you remove these pressures, January becomes calmer, and when the season starts to move, you're ready for it. So if you're feeling behind right now, you're not. Stop panicking. January isn't asking you to catch up. It's asking you to slow down and set things up properly. If your soil is protected, your compost is moving, and your systems are ready, and you're paying attention, you're doing exactly what you should be doing. This is what preparation season actually looks like. The rest comes later. Gardening doesn't reward rushing. It rewards understanding. And if you build the season quietly now, everything follows, becomes easier. I'll be back in the garden with you as the season moves on. For now, let's just let January do its job. If this helped, subscribe. We're close to 500,000 subscribers on this channel, and having you here really makes a big difference. I'm Tony O'Neill, and this is Simplified Gardening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.